Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a divine masculine channeled message. So I feel the wait is over. We've got this Pisces full moon. I kept being shown the number 5, so there's some big changes on the horizon. I feel a lot of the masculines are recognizing these fixed toxic relationship patterns and the sacredness of finding that higher attunement and the natural rhythm on the journey. And so this waiting energy, right? I feel a lot of the feminines have been waiting in this active state of awareness for quite a long time now. And so in the wait, and patience is a virtue, right? I think that's one of the lessons we learn on the journey. Patience is a virtue. The waiting binds this connection together, this formation of this sacred alchemical union together. And so I feel this new rhythm. I also feel there's been a recent separation in the karmic contract. In dream space last night, I had a very interesting dream. I had to kind of do a little bit of digging this morning, a little bit of research to figure out what the dream kind of meant. And so Prometheus, from Greek religion, Greek mythology, one of the Titans, was coming through in dream space, and he was like this supreme trickster energy. So he was also the god of fire. So it was like this rebirth by fire energy. And I feel a lot of the masculines have really used their intellectual, spiritual knowledge for coming into this awareness, right? And a lot of the masculines were master manipulators, master craftsmen when it comes to their past life gifts. And so I feel this huge connection right now between the counterparts with this fire energy and this new creation, right? This new creation. So when I think about Prometheus, when I looked into it, so the legend concerning Prometheus was related to two principal legends. And so the first legend is that Zeus, the chief god, had been tricked by Prometheus into accepting bones and fat of sacrifice instead of the meat. And Prometheus hid, or Zeus hid fire from the human mortals, right? And so Prometheus stole the fire from the gods and returned it to earth once again. And so you think of the price of fire, right? And so the price of fire really has been this resounding punishment against humankind that Zeus kind of created, right? And so Zeus actually split the twins in half because the twins were too powerful together, split them in half to be in search for the other half, for their mortal lives. And so that was really the price of receiving fire is that myth that we're talking about. And so I was shown this energy of Pandora's box kind of being opened. And that is the second myth, right? Zeus created the woman Pandora and sent her down, right? And so, and warned Prometheus. But I feel Pandora is this energy. So it's like this, the lid has been opened. Pandora's box has been opened, right? And so Pandora, the myth of Pandora, she took the lid off the jar that she carried, and all of the evils and the hard work, all of this diseased energy kind of flew out to plague humanity. And so really hope is all that remained within humanity after that moment, right? And so I do feel this energy of Pandora's box has been opened, this cosmic disclosure, this cosmic truth, and it's been seen, can't really be unseen at this point in time. And so I feel this energy of vengeance. The masculines are wanting vengeance, or the karmic is wanting vengeance. And so Prometheus, Zeus had nailed him to a mountain. So you think of Jesus getting nailed to the cross, right? For bringing all of this higher consciousness awareness into the collective, right? And so, Prometheus was nailed to a mountain, and Zeus sent an eagle to eat his immortal liver. So that is a message about, I feel a lot of the masculines are struggling with health issues due to the substance abuses, the alcoholism, the masking with alcohol abuse. And so it's like a lot of liver dysfunction is another message. And so I feel the masculine is really needing to go through a period of replenishment. And I feel all of these connections are being preserved. And we are here to bring forward these new states of spiritual arts, spiritual sciences, because we're here to break free from survival mode, right? So I kept hearing in my head when I woke up this morning was the song Paris by Chainsmokers, and if we go down, then we go down together, right? And so it's the energy of if the ship must go down, the captain has to go down with the ship. And this is where the masculine is learning to face all of these adverse challenges, to find his courage to persevere, and to find his inner strength, his inner spiritual power to maintain his own energy rhythm, right? And so I feel right now the weight is we don't want the masculine to come forward prematurely, is another message. I also feel a lot of disastrous towers surrounding the masculine, urging him to cut his losses. I think he's facing his weaknesses in these challenges. I feel the feminine's kind of sitting in this place of complete and total inner peace. And so the masculine's ability to ignore, this temptation to go towards the feminine can no longer be ignored. And so I feel right now the feminine is being asked to maintain peace, composure, to be that lighthouse, to stand firm in the energy of tranquility is what is needed by the feminine. A lot of us have already gone through this intense integration and transformation process, and I know many of the feminines are standing in their power, and we are comfortable in our own skin, in our own rhythm. We're comfortable owning our authentic nature, right? And so as the feminine experiences this inner peace, it's like the masculine's life is coming to complete stagnation. Facing all kinds of constraints, restrictions, and limitations. And so this is for the masculine to face that obsessive compulsiveness, right? We kind of got to clear the obsessive attachments, right? When it comes to this connection, the fear. And so I feel this deep sense of helplessness surrounding the masculine, which has really resulted in this unnecessary stress, karmic activity going on all around the masculine, and all of these limitations are having a negative effect, right? It's like these flights of imagination coming forward for the masculine. And although the energy I feel is very, very stressful, they still are not wanting to lead by taking action. And so I feel the masculine really needs to surrender to the limitations in order to find his true power, right? And so with the Pisces moon energy, there's a lot of imaginative, dreamy-like energy coming up, and I feel the masculine can no longer stand still. He can no longer stand in the sidelines. He is going to have to surrender to the odds that he's facing. And so it's like the archer energy, right? Sagittarius, the archer. I also heard that song quite a bit this morning getting ready, was the archer. And it's like the feminine's like she's always, she's been the hunted, she's been the hunter. And the feminine, it's like nobody stays with the feminine, right? It's like we meet the counterpart. We go through this awakening, this awareness of all of these past lives. A lot of us spend a lot of time in these states of transcendence, going through these past life memories of when we were together, the deep love that we shared throughout many, many lifetimes. And so I feel, the masculine is waiting to take action because he wants a guarantee that the feminine will accept him, right? And so I also feel he's looking at the feminine and clearly sees the creative genius that she is and the transformation that she's gone through as he's kind of sat back passive to this experience. And now that the feminine is reaching a place of achievement, the masculine is kind of having to look in the mirror at all of this vanity, right? All of the vanity of his personality, why he's been unwilling to take action, why he's been hiding behind a mask. And that is in itself threatening the masculine's very survival. And so this drive to deny this connection is definitely costing the masculine his joy. So I'm going to reference joy from the Disney movie Inside Out, right? And so it's like the masculine's going to add with all of these like voices in his head. And so this really is the moment I feel we've been waiting for, where the masculine reaches that state of enlightenment, because he's so callously dismissed joy for this karmic illusion. And it's been this repeating, resounding failure. And I feel this very heavy disillusionment when it comes to the masculine finding his place in the flow of all of these cosmic energies. And so remain calm, divine feminine. That is the ultimate right now. Remain calm, remain centered, remain grounded, as the masculine recognizes the inner meaning of his entire spiritual being and the power of this connection. So it's like this yielding energy. And so all of this pressure in his physical reality, in his mind space, and a lot of unexpected events are taking place during this yielding stage. And so a lot of growth, a lot of awareness. I feel it's like the masculine's kind of being twisted and bent into a pretzel as he's being asked to bend with these universal cosmic flows coming in, and accepting all of these pressures and embracing growth through true benevolent empowerment through the unexpected, right? And so I do feel a lot of the feminines are at this zero polarity point. And I feel the masculine is being presented with that decision, right? We all have free will on the journey, and so he's really given his power away to the karmic. And I think the feminine is now just yielding to the inevitable mystical acceptance of this ego death. So it's like this waiting energy is an active state. It's like this cosmic impregnant energy, like this cosmic pregnancy. And once the twins, blend the energies from that very first moment of recognition, the divine feminine is impregnated with this seed of unconditional love. And so the energy, I feel, is giving way to the masculine finding his tenacity to get through these challenges, to stay true to his inner rhythm, and to stay true to this new divine order for this new earth ascension. And so I feel everything in the masculine's life is feeling very mundane, very low vibration. He's kind of at this point where he's being forced to deviate from these old fixed karmic patterns. And I feel physically, mentally, and emotionally debilitating, destabilizing energy. And so the masculine keeps manifesting insecurity. Unhealthy behaviors keep manifesting all kinds of physical disorders for the masculine because he's let so many people lure him away from the truth of this connection. And so I feel the energy is extreme. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but the masculine, everything that happens during a reading happens for a reason. I know I've called my masculine an ass many times over, like a donkey, right? But anyway, the masculine is facing all kinds of these disruptions with his health, I feel, because of the temptation to abandon the feminine in her darkest hour. And so the masculine is going to have to be flexible, right? He's going to have to be adaptable with all of these unpredictable changes. And so I do feel health is in focus, right? The Virgo Pisces axis is a service axis. Virgo is all about health, right? It is like this spiritual life coach energy as well. And so I feel a deep understanding and appreciation towards the feminine will help him embrace these challenges, to surrender and to transcend all of these inherent challenges that are kind of taking place in the energies. Okay. That was kind of funny. So I was sitting outside this morning having my coffee. I actually had to run to Tim Hortons after I got the kids to school, and get a coffee, because I ran out of coffee this morning. But I was sitting inside having my final coffee before I woke the kids up, and a blue jay come right up, almost right beside me, with like a little peanut in his mouth. And I kind of just sat there and I chatted with the bird before he flew away with this peanut in his mouth into my big back maple tree in the backyard. And so I was asked to pull the Blue Jay card from the Divine Feather Messenger deck. And so Blue Jays, we know how in Canada here, Blue Jays, I know Blue Jays aren't everywhere in the world, but Blue Jays do signify communication, right? You think of a Blue Jay, they can be very aggressive and dominating when it comes to the bird kingdom, right? Very aggressive bird when it comes to protecting their family, their home, their nest, right? And what the Blue Jay card does say, it does say the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So that's kind of where I feel the masculine's at, very aggressive. In this survivorship energy, and facing a moment of humility. I do feel a lot of tapping into this higher knowledge as well, with the Blue Jay energy coming through. And it is this hunting energy, right? Defending. The masculine is finding himself having to defend his space and course correct. And I feel major throat chakra activations, like going AWOL with a lot of aggressive harsh communication, severing a lot of those cords, is kind of what I feel is going on with the masculine right now. In order for him to kind of step forward, it's like this big invitation to step forward and to uncover his spiritual mastery. I know from my own personal journey, my divine masculine's soul urge is master number 22, so very high calling, right? And so I think the Blue Jay came to me this morning as a messenger to remind me that there are many paths to reach an end game, right? And the feminine is the end game for the masculine. And so they're really going to need to access a variety of their skills to shift out of these toxic karmic behaviors. And I feel the masculine is now becoming forceful rather than sitting by and being passive like he kind of has been. And so he's going to have to use these powers appropriately. So, you know, the masculine disowning, disavowing, and denying the feminine really was the masculine denying his own disowned parts of self, right? And the masculine is being invited to return to the feminine, and that's when true mastery will be found, in this wholeness and in this truth. So earth energy, air energy coming through with that Blue Jay. So let's jump in with some cards, guys, and see what else needs to come through for the full moon in Pisces for the Divine Masculine Collective. I grabbed my Wisdom of the House of Night deck today. I've not used this deck in a long time. I used to absolutely love reading novels by P.C. Cass. I was a huge fan of the Twilight movies, and you think that's kind of what the journey feels like, right? This forbidden love, this forbidden love. And so I'm going to pull my handmade twin flame oracle message. Look at that. Trust. Right now, limitations and underlying blocks are coming up with all of these program beliefs that are needing to be shed. I am going to use the Illumination oracle deck. Look at that on the bottom. It's over. Regret. I do feel struggles with money and finances is really the block to seizing this opportunity with the feminine. Oh, what other decks? I'm going to pull, oh dear, we are going to do the gilded, the Kipper deck, and we're going to do the gilded Lenormand Reverie deck today as well, I think, to pull into the masculine's energy. So Ooh, the ship energy. So that's kind of like the Three of Wands. The ships are coming in and we're going to the garden, right? Remembering the Eden energy, the purity of this connection is what I'm feeling. We're going to keep pulling cards. We'll go a little bit deeper, guys. Ooh, the Kipper deck on the bottom of the deck. We got the courtship. So I've not used these decks in a while. So a message of concern. The masculine wants to come in and receive that high honor from the feminine. Look at that, master number 22, the official person, and facing that adjudication with the cosmic energies with the guides. So I think we're going to start off by using the wisdom of the House of Night, and we're going to see what needs to come through. Ooh, the oath of the loyalty between the counterparts. So a remembrance of the oath of this connection. I feel, look at the yellow coming out of his hand. So remembering the promise of the heart. And I also feel the feminine has remained loyal. And now the masculine is going to have to honor that the oath, right? So let's see what needs to come through with the wisdom of the House of Night. Differences, conclusion. So the end. Ready to close the book on the past. So I do feel facing the challenges in the karmic contract. I think, you know, at one point in time, the masculine went towards the karmic and it seemed like a perfect fit. And I feel they've been having a hard time facing those differences, right? The white and the black, the integration of the shadow and the light. And so it's kind of time to close the book on the past, right? And to honor that oath. So we're going to see what else needs to come through with this deck for messages in this energy. Confidence. We get the confidence. We get the complicated energy and rigid. So the masculine's been so rigid when it comes to allowing the wall around his heart to open, right? And so I feel the energy surrounding the masculine is very complicated at this time. So divine feminine, be playful. That is what's going to allow you to connect with your spiritual essence, your high priestess essence. And I feel a major lesson in self-worth for the feminine. And the masculine is being reminded, haunted, almost haunted by the memory of the feminine, spirits making sure that he will never forget, you know, the fact that he went towards that lustful temptress, right? That he is needing to let go of at this point in time. And so very rigid, complicated beliefs for the masculine, which has really hindered his progress. And there's the crow. Another messenger energy, and trying to find his confidence to come forward, right? So, ooh, that come out in reverse. So breaking free from that entrapment, trapped in a cage. Like, I'm just a bird in a cage. Who sings that song? Help me out in the comments, guys. A rat in a cage. Is that Smashing Pumpkins? Rat in a cage? And that's how the masculines felt. It was like this rat in this cage in that karmic contract. And the grove is the total opposite, right? Almost like the Eden energy. And there's the feminine kind of patiently waiting for the masculine to meet her in the grove. 21, breaking down to the world card, right? Birthing these unions. So let's dig into the Illumination Oracle deck. I think get ready for the masculine to show up and have that visit to explain that it's over in the karmic contract. Quite possibly this weekend with the full moon energy. Yeah, and look at that. The visitor wanted to come out again. And he's coming in loyal, right? It's been a long, long journey of separation, right? And so, oh, my deck is backwards. So let's see what else needs to come through. There's a lot of regret coming through. You know, the masculine, I also feel, has been writing to you or journaling about these feelings. And I'm being shown like an image of the masculine wanting to write out this long message to you in text and then go to send it and doesn't send it, right? And so I feel the masculine can feel somebody new coming in. I know a lot of the divine feminines have had a new high vibration match walk-in come in. And so this is really initiating these changes, right? And so all of these repressed emotions are about to boil to the surface with this Pisces full moon and the Virgo energy of paying attention to the details. Massive changes coming. And I feel, you know, the masculine is in a lot of regret. He knows it's time to make a move, or that he could stand to lose you permanently. So I do think get ready to receive a message, but there's fear of an accusation, right? A lot of the feminines called it. I think he's afraid to be told, I told you so. I think he's afraid of what he's going to be met with if he comes to have that face-to-face, because ultimately, you are the masculine's hopes and dreams. You are his true spiritual life partner, and the self-worth issues and inadequacy issues really hindered the intimacy that the twins share, right? And so a redirection to get the masculine back on path. There's those unhealthy patterns, the substance abuses, and all of that was due to the rejection, right? The fear of the rejection and the rejection of the feminine. And when we play into these substance abuses, it does feed the illusion. So I also feel major completion is coming with the World card traveling towards you. So let's see what needs to come through. Look at that, the book. It's a 10, breaking down to completion. So the Book of Knowledge, the Akashic Records. We'll see what else needs to come through with the Lenormand deck. Oh my gosh, there's that sinking ship energy. I love when my guides kind of just throw that in there to confirm the downloads I've received. And so, yeah, so it's like he's going down in that ship. Oh, it's like a sinking ship. Hope is the anchor for the soul, is what I want to say. Hope is the anchor for the soul. But definitely some exposure when it comes to the foxes. Definitely karmic freedom is what I'm feeling, with that being a 14. And so the masculine's really having to be sneaky, working with all of these people, you know, going against him. But look at this. We get the masculine coming through with a ring and a spiritual union here. So I do feel the masculine has been thinking about how to come in and offer that commitment with you. It's kind of like an Ace of Cups. He's got nothing but love for you, eh? And he does want to come in and put a ring on it, I feel, and solidify this commitment. So a recognition, too, that it's time to take this risk. It's kind of this energy of now or never. Speak now or forever hold your peace. And it's like all of these clocks are ringing, like alarm bells ringing. It's time to take action. It's time to take this risk and to take action, because, oh, he's been taken to the cross, like the energy of bearing the cross, the walk of shame. The walk of shame, coming to Jesus moment. Tapping into the awareness of Christ consciousness. And that's interesting. On the top of the card we have Jesus, and on the bottom of the card we have Mary, and they were twin flames. And so there's also fear of being crucified because of that memory. And so definitely uncaging. And the feminine is the one that holds the key to the masculine's heart. And so he has to be willing to go into feeling this connection if he is to uncage himself from this entrapped energy. And so it's the crossroads, right? And the feminine has been waiting for this arrival. And so 2 pathways to choose from. It's definitely decision time. And look at that, master number 22, mastering these lessons. So I feel courtship. Get ready to receive a message of concern about this union. The 4, so a 4 of Wands, and 14. A message of him breaking free from that contract is what I'm feeling. And, you know, seeing the pathway forward, the illuminated pathway forward towards the feminine, walking the spiritual path. So we'll see what needs to come through with the Kipper deck. And we will jump in, jump through hoops is kind of what I feel like the masculine's doing. So great fortune. And so that's those blessings, right? 26. Interesting. I was born on the 26th of April. So I do feel like the feminine is the water bearer. The feminine is the fortune, right? The feminine is the gold. Not the gold dust woman, is the gold. And so I think get ready to receive a message of, you know, the karmic imprisonment. We're going to have to talk about that karmic imprisonment, the rats that he was connected with when it comes to closing out this cycle. And the change on the journey, right? Massive change is taking place for the masculine, coming to completion and facing that that judgment energy. Let's see what fell out here. Yeah, look at that. The false person and the lovers reversed. If that isn't more clear, I don't know what is. So no more working together in that contract. The false person has been revealed, and there's a breakdown of that connection is what I'm feeling, and stepping into mastery, right? So let's dig in with some tarot. This is getting interesting. And let's do a 9-card spread for the masculine. So I do feel what goes around comes around. And if you look kind of on this card, it is that fire energy. And so definitely what goes around comes around. And I also feel the karmic is having a hard time letting go, still clinging to control to the masculine. Yeah, look at that, trying to create all kinds of drama. You know, I feel a lot of vengeful energy from the karmic. She's angry. She's trying to cause all kinds of chaos and conflict and arguments and drama and getting all kinds of people involved. But the masks are kind of coming off, right? So we're going to do a 9-card spread for the masculine. And we're going to see what's going on with this full moon energy, where the masculine is kind of at. Look at that, faith. The Hierophant, 8 of Wands reversed, 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands, oh my gosh, 3 of Coins in reverse, Knight of Wands, Palace of Wands in reversed, Queen of Wands in reversed, Life Force activation, the Tree of Life. Wow. There's a lot of challenges for sure here. That spark, that lustful spark for the karmic temptress is gone. I do feel she served her purpose to activate the Kundalini life force in the masculine. But I feel this huge struggle, right? The masculine's at this crossroads, right? We cannot keep running from the past. We cannot keep running from our decisions and our choices. We kind of got to face that maker, right? We got to face the maker. And so it's decision time, it's action time, and dead central energy is the 3 of Coins in reverse. So I also feel it's been a good 3 months or so that he's really not been working well in that karmic contract. And I feel a quick departure. And definitely all kinds of battles and struggles, right? He's like in the fire energy. And so still holding on to that faith. I feel also a lot of these masculines take a vow of silence when we go into separation as part of that higher soul contract that we agree to before we incarnate. And so holding on to faith, knowing, you know, he's not allowed to communicate until this contract is completely closed. But I do feel, he, you know, it's the energy of this has been a long time coming. I think the masculine spent a lot of time sifting through the nostalgia, the memories, the past life memories, the pain of the connection, and the regret of the lying, the cheating, the stealing, and all of that is being exposed for this irreversible tower. So huge breakdown of all of the masculine's beliefs. A lot of these masculines have avoided this tower up until now, but the tower's coming down. The tower is coming down. So I want to dig into this 5 of Wands. Oh, jeez, and they're just flying right out. So 6 of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords, Knight of Swords reversed, Death. Major ending for the masculine. Definitely in this ego death energy. And so no victory. No victory in the masculine's life. Just a double confirmation of all of the chaos and conflict that's surrounding the masculine. And And I feel he is lashing out because now he feels betrayed, and he wants vengeance for the people that have betrayed the divine feminine going through this death energy. And so Scorpio, it's like that sting, right? They couldn't see that stinger coming from the karmic. And so I feel a side of her has been shown that cannot be unseen. And this is shifting the masculine's view of this connection, his perception, Pisces energy, and facing some very harsh karmic judgment of the divine, of self, for that poor judgment call. And he's like definitely right in the grief of the guilt, the regret, the remorse. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? And it's like huge loss of fortune, right? This was a huge missed opportunity. And so I feel everything is crumbling. It's this huge energy of feeling stuck, huge loss, huge financial loss, and being taken to that rock bottom with the Nine of Wands, the wounded healer, taken off the armor, opening up the heart, and getting ready to come forward with communication after many years of blocked communication, because I do feel a huge heart chakra awakening. So let's take a look at the crossroads, the Two of Wands, because it's decision time, right? There we go. So this is his choice, right? And he knows it. He can choose to stay in this toxic trauma bond soul contract, this karmic contract, and things will continue to get worse. There's no balance, there's no harmony, things will continue to get worse. Or he can choose to go towards the divine feminine, the high priestess. And to go towards the high priestess would require complete transparency, because she already knows, right? And so all trapped up in his head about coming forward with an offer, an invite, going through this internal expansion with all of this retrograde energy, really having to sit in this cosmic truth until the divine bursts the bubble, right? And heading towards the Queen of Coins, which would be the divine feminine, who I feel has kind of like turned her back on all of this at this point in time. So let's look at the life force activation, what this is bringing forward for the masculine. And that's, yeah, so it's like there's no more attraction in the karmic contract. He can see clearly now this is not his true lover. Bad investment. I'm withdrawing my investment in this contract, and I want to return to the feminine, and really recognizing why he's held on for so long, pretending to be happy. I also feel maybe there's been a recent exposure with a cheating scenario, the karmic cheating. And this is the full moon where the masculine's going to have to go through this breakdown of the mind in order to break free from all of these illusions. He's facing his fears. There's big time fear of rejection is what I'm feeling. So let's get some twin flame oracle messages. Separation. So separation is an illusion, first and foremost, divine feminine, but I also feel a separation in the karmic contract, and you're just needing to trust that all of that is coming full circle. So we'll see what else needs to come through for the twin flames. Meditate. The masculine is in the process of some deep transformation. So this is, I feel, a message for the feminine. Okay, so right now the masculine is in the precipice of this metamorphosis, and in the process of this deep transformation, and all of these astrological transits are activating these cosmic energies, pushing and supporting movement forward within these connections. And so the answers you're seeking are coming, divine feminine. So I think the divine is really working hard to bring you what it is that you've asked for, which is this union. And you're really going to need to listen to your intuition, pay attention, because the energy is very spiritual right now. A lot of higher astral thought travel. And so listen to the messages you're receiving through your body. A lot of the feminines will physically feel the masculine's emotions, because we are so highly sensitively attuned to his energies. And listen to the messages, because we're right now being asked to create that space and to allow stillness this weekend to bring us that awareness and these answers. And do you have room in your life for the masculine to arrive, for this desire to arrive? Release doubt. Is your physical space ready for this arrival, is another message. So we're really going to need to trust. Trust in your own soul's guidance right now, that the masculine is releasing all of these cords to start new with you, to start a new love connection with you. And so I feel the masculine is acutely becoming aware of his infinite spiritual light, going through a massive intensive awakening when it comes to all of this ancestral karma, all of this family karma that is kind of in focus right now, in order to get us to step into this co-creative journey, right? So divine timing. And yes, 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 this is your true twin soul. So I feel, get ready for you know, an imminent fated encounter, crossing, meeting, as the masculine acknowledges this recognition and the feminine balances her inner masculine and feminine energies and stays grounded in that state of inner wholeness. So take a break, divine feminine. Replenish your reserves this weekend and really align with inner wholeness and positivity, I feel, is a big message this weekend. So I'm just going to close off the reading, I guess, with, we'll do some messages from Spirit. Yeah, if the masculine don't leave on his own, look at, he's getting thrown out. Oh yeah, he's going to get thrown out. And I feel, feminine, a message for you is continue to choose people that treat you with dignity and respect. I feel the masculine is not being treated very respectfully in that contract. I feel, you know, the karmic has not been treating him with dignity or respect or very nurturing. And so we're just being asked to hold that space. Right now, the masculine is really needing to get honest with himself about what is going on. He's going through this huge breaking away of these toxic connections, these situations, that toxic person that just isn't serving his mission, his higher purpose at this time. I'm not taking all of those. And so I feel he's really looking at himself in the entirety of this karmic situation and gaining that deeper self-awareness, I feel. And yeah, divine feminine, keep a dream journal. Keep a journal of your thoughts, your dreams, and the epiphanies that come forward as the masculine purifies his space. And so I think, you know, he's getting honest about what really makes his heart sing with joy. And I think the time spent with the feminine was the happiest time of his life. And that was another song that just showed up on my YouTube. Never heard this song before. I think it's called Happiest Year of My Life. Thank you for the happiest year of my life. And I look back and it was the happiest year of my life, right? Until everything kind of crumbled down to the ground to ashes. And so recapture your vitality this weekend, divine feminine. Really, you know, get that sacral chakra moving, paint, draw, write, dance, sing, whatever you can to tap into that divine feminine essence. And I feel the masculine is trying to be brave to come forward and do this. This is a very auspicious time for the twins, and the outcome will bring ultimate abundance, happiness, and prosperity. Another message, use your own discernment. It does say they miss you, reach out. So I think that's a message for both the feminine and the masculine. That is what really spiraled me into a tower last weekend. I went on Snapchat to message my counterpart, and I discovered I could not find him there, assuming that I was blocked on the one last avenue that I had to reach out. I don't know his phone number. I don't even know how to reach out to him at this point in time because I'm blocked on all avenues. And so reach out, they miss you. That's going to mean something to somebody out there, but don't expect anything in return if you do that, divine feminine. But I kind of feel the masculine is preparing to reach out. He's preparing to speak up and be heard, knowing that what he has to say matters. And I think he's definitely going through a lot of challenges and obstacles, and he will get through this. And so he's in that karmic relationship right now that really has been put on his path to serve as a teaching relationship, to teach him something very important about himself. And he's definitely the student, right? Learning that this situation is very unhealthy, and I do feel the karmic's been overstepping boundaries like crazy. And so I feel the feminine is just being asked to refocus, turn inward, meditate, center yourself, and forgiveness. Forgiveness for the way the masculine mistreated you will allow us to move on from this. I think that's what the masculine's afraid of, is how do we forgive and forget? I don't think we can ever forget, right? The damage. But we can forgive and we can move on, right? And so right now I feel the masculine is definitely overthinking in all of these obsessive thought patterns towards the feminine, trying to spend some time in meditation, understanding where he's compromised his values just to be connected to somebody, to not be alone. And I do feel the divine is recognizing the difficult time that the twins have gone through on this journey, and is offering us the protection and the guidance that we need as we step into this level of achievement, right? Recognizing spiritual maturity has been gained. And so I feel this is a big, big weekend of potential communication, potential face-to-face conversations. If the masculine can find his true spiritual strength to be brave and do this and to reach out, because I do think that the counterparts are missing each other deeply in this Piscean energy because of the deep spiritual bond that we share. So that's what I got, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a twin soul reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.